Okay, apologize for no tripod on this video. We're about to have our floors redone and house is chaos. But I did finish this tonight, so I wanted to show it off real quick. This is another Tridcloudwalker Anakin Attack of the Clones Saber that I redid or converted. So this one came to me fully raw kit form, and it was the metal was in a pretty rough shape. I managed to get rid of most of the scratches and raw edges and give it a pretty decent polish. I didn't want to go too far, but I got it pretty nice. You'll see some of the machine marks that I just couldn't get out. Those were pretty deep right there. But otherwise, and there's one little scratch there in the shroud that was pretty deep, but I got it minimized quite a bit. Otherwise, it came out really nice. The polish is pretty decent on it. The knurl on it was unfinished too. It was very, very high edges on the knurl, so I laid that down and cleaned it up. So again, this is another Tridcloudwalker with a hollow core. This one is a nano biscotti version 2, so the new one. It has a tri-rebel blue white, so it has this nano biscotti has a flash on clash. I took a flat TCSS custom Saber shop heatsink, flat one, and it's mounted just ahead of these accent LEDs. These are non-functional, but it's just there in front, and I machined down a lens holder, a lens stop, and this screw holds in that lens holder. This screw is your blade retention. But the Tridcloudwalker Anakin fits TCSS blades very, very tight anyway, so and you're not going to be dueling with the Saber too much or anything. I wouldn't recommend it, but because it has such a short blade depth. But it's there. It's secure, so you're good to go. This third button is your activation. As you can see, it's pretty loud. It's got a 20mm 3-watt from the custom Saber shop. Got the white flash on clash there. This also, let me turn it off. This also is a push cap, like the last one I did for Owen. It's got a tiny O-ring. I machined a slot for an O-ring on it, so it has an O-ring. Just keep a little bit of white lithium grease on it to keep it nice and smooth, but otherwise it's real easy to get on and off. SD card access is here through that pommel. Recharge port sits there. I'll ship it with a kill key, of course, but you don't necessarily have to keep a kill key in it because the nano biscotti will sleep. Will go into deep sleep, and you can leave it that way. The cover tech. So the cover tech, just it's snug. It's not going anywhere, but don't over tighten it, otherwise you risk of breaking these scripts loose. So again, like the last couple that I've done, I did the machined tube. I laid down another piece of aluminum tube to fit over the final segment of the hollow core, and that's pretty much the way it is. It's got an 18500 battery pack in it. So yeah, it's nice and loud compared to the one I did for Owen, because of how that one was already set up from an old Crystal Focus setup. It was a compromise with a smaller speaker, but this one is set up with a nano from the beginning, so the little resonance chamber is pretty awesome. I put a custom boot on there. Let's see if I can get it to go. Same as last time, the Anakin killing the sand people. So for those of you wondering, how small is this? How accurate is this? Well, here's a Dooku, which you guys all know is pretty small. And this is a 1-to-1 Dooku there. So the Anakin is tiny, very small hilt. So there it is, all done for the new owner. Pretty awesome.